Okay, so here we have two linear equations, which we will refer to as a system of linear equations. And so when we have a system of linear equations, well, these are really just two lines, right? So when we talk about two lines on a graph like this, a solution is where they intersect. So we're really looking for an intersection point. So to solve these two systems, we're going to be looking at two different methods. And the first method is substitution. So when we use substitution, first we isolate one of the variables and we substitute it back into the other variable. So let's say, for example, from this first equation, I subtract 3x from both sides. So I get that y is equal to negative 3 minus 3x. Here you can see that the y is isolated. It's solved for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the y in the second equation with minus 3 minus x. So I'm going to get x minus 2 times y is equal to negative 8. But in this case, the y is what I already solved for, which is negative 3 minus 3x. So now I can distribute this in, so I get that x plus 6 plus 6x is equal to negative 8. Look at this, I only have one variable. So now when I solve, I can combine my like terms, so I get that 7x is equal to negative 14, and x is equal to negative 2. Now that I have x, I can go back to this equation where I had y, and I can say that y is equal to negative 3 minus 3 times x, which is negative 2. So I get y is equal to negative 3 plus 6, so y is equal to 3. So my solution is negative 2, 3. That's my final answer. That was using substitution. We could also use elimination, where we want to try to eliminate one of the variables. We can do this by multiplying these values together, or adding these equations. So here, if I look at the y's, notice that one of them is a positive, one of them is a negative. So if I add opposites, I'm going to get 0. Thus the elimination. So if I multiply this whole top equation by 2, I'm going to get 6x plus 2y is equal to negative 6. The bottom equation, I'm going to get x minus 2y is equal to negative 8. Now I can add these equations together and get 7x. 2y minus 2y is 0, so minus 14. Divide by 7, I get x is equal to negative 2. Notice I have the same x as before. Now to find y, I need to plug this x value back into one of the original equations. So I can use this this bottom equation and say x minus 2 times negative 2 is equal to negative 8. So x plus 4 is equal to negative 8. So x is equal to y. That's why. That's why that's wrong. I plugged it into the wrong variable. Make sure you plug it into the right variable. So negative 2 minus 2y is equal to negative 8. So here, if I add the 2 to both sides, I get negative 2 is equal to negative 6. And I get y is equal to 3. So my answer is, again, negative 2, 3. So that is substitution and elimination. So chances are you've seen this before, but this is a good refresher. So make sure that you can eliminate variables, make sure you can substitute and solve. You will need to do both. So good luck.